can do that. So I might as well just go on live and do things as is. Hey interwebs, it's JackitK and welcome for the first edition where I actually decide on a name to call this. K Go Fireside Chat. Or just my Pokemon Go Fireside Chat. Or once a week I just take half an hour to an hour to talk about things that have been going on with this game and my personal experiences playing the game for the week. And there isn't really too much news of upcoming events as far as I'm aware. I didn't do my homework in advance, and from what I saw, all the big headlines are about Niantic screwed up Community Day. They didn't do what we want. Therefore, it sucks. And not actual news. So I got nothing to share. I'll double check. Only thing of worth that I didn't already cover last week that I can think of, and I really got screwed over by the fact that the news isn't on the first tab there. But at least I can take care of that in editing. Well, for one, I don't think I mentioned it here, but we have until Monday to actually evolve our Eevees and get Last Resort, for better or for worse. I don't remember the exact time frame on Monday off the top of my head, but like if you caught Shiny Eevee or you want to get Last Resort for novelty, you still got, if you're watching this live, you still got time to evolve your Eevees. And the only other news I can think of is all the events that are going to be ending. Of course, notification here doesn't mention when the trading event ends. All I know though is that it's going to be ending within this month. I wish I remembered the exact date. The research attacks are good until next month. I'm surprised this is not on there, but Registeel will be swapping away soon for Regirock. I think that's at least listed. August 16th, which isn't too far away. Today's already the 12th. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like Thursday about maybe 4 p.m. Eastern time or so. Registeel is gonna turn into Regirock. Yay. I mean, I guess it'll be exciting to get a new Dex entry for, I don't know, a couple days. And then after that, everyone who raids will have their Regirock and no one will want to do another single legendary raid until the next month. Because that's just how it's been going with the Regis. They're way too defensive to be useful in Pokemon Go, so hardcore players don't want them. And casual players can't get them because hardcore players aren't around the raid for casual players to stumble upon and actually do the raids. Yeah, at least this will be a good Pokemon to put into field research for that exact reason. And that's got me thinking about like what they're gonna do for research tasks and that. With the fact we got Raikou, I think it's safe to say that Suicune and Entei will be for the next following months. Now, I personally think that they may actually stick to the pattern of doing a set of legendaries and then like a normal Pokemon, quote unquote normal, with a legacy move, like how we got Snorlax in between the legendary birds and the legendary beasts, and how we got, I think it's safe to say we're gonna get another Pokemon that's at least a bit uncommon, with a move that I had in the past generation that you can no longer TM for. When I've heard people talk about this, I hear them bring up Lapras, and I think that's good candidate, but I think pretty much anything that is decently useful for either gym defending or battling could be possibilities. Like Chansey, I don't think anyone would want it, but Chansey could come out of it, and who knows? They might like spice it up. I don't know if it's really safe to say that we're gonna get another 3 set of legendaries after that, though. They may try to stall it out a little bit longer and do a few more in between, but then again, that's still 2 whole months away, so I feel like it's way too early to speculate. On a tangent, let's stop being around the elephant in the room and talk about Eevee Community Day. Or I would, but I just realized something I did before today's Eevee Community Day. Because I'll be honest, I want to talk as little about yesterday as possible. It wasn't bad in the sense of Pokemon Go, but I really wasn't feeling up to my normal self the previous day, and today was just so much more enjoyable. I'm not sure if it was just my luck. I'm not quite sure what it was, to be honest, but before I make things too awkward for myself, why don't I talk about things like how apparently the boxes went bye-bye after Community Day. I thought they'd at least keep them around until Monday when like the evoultions ended that, but apparently they're gone. If you were thinking about possibly maybe getting a bundle, well, you're too late. Kind of like but I'm not gonna complain. I purposely chose to go for a set of incense instead of a box that included incense. I'm pretty sure everyone hates me for it. Was this Larvitar really from that recent ago? I should be able to see that without scrolling too far down. Oh no, wait, this is all Zapdos Day stuff, so that's definitely a little too early. Sorry, I'm just... So y'all just got a little bit of a recap of the things I showed off in the last podcast while I find where I left off. Oh yeah, here we go. That Spinda actually makes a pretty fine starting point. Hey, what's up? Now, I'll admit, I was pausing and unpausing because I was just waiting for the coast to be clear to resume streaming on my end. But for those of you just joining in, this is my Pokemon Go Fireside chat. Basically, I'm just talking about Pokemon Go for the next hour or so, sharing some of my experiences. And I was just about to get into Community Day, because boy, did I have a lot of experiences on Community Day. If you can't already tell from the screenshot there. Starting off with, I finally got my first Spinda on Saturday. I do follow a couple chats rooms in the local area. And one of them pinned me off to the fact that there was a research task for Spinda in the area. For those of you who don't know, apparently the only way you can get a Spinda is through a particular field research task, where you have to throw 3 curveballs in a row. So that was pointed out, so I went and grabbed that research before heading out to the area that I walked for Community Day. So it was nice to get that entry into the decks. And as for the whole shiny hunt, oh yeah, I did a lone Raichu raid before Community actually start. and got myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Eevees of the shiny variety. I'm holding on to those two just because I might keep an Eevee with last resort for personal challenges and that. And it might be useful to evolve them after this event is over to assure I got the most powerful ones possible. Also hatched a few new Pokemon, including a Beldum and a Trapinch. You know what? Let me check how good these are, because I don't think I've actually done that yet. Best in attack, really strong. I'll have to put that through an actual IV checker a little later on. And I know this Trapinch is no way going to be better than the best one I already got. Wow, I think that's actually the worst possible set of IVs you can get from hatching a Pokemon. That's fine, because I got a perfect Vivera sitting around, so I ain't too worried. Yeah, I only got 5 shiny Eevees. I probably could have gotten more on Saturday, but I was not really feeling into the spirit of things, so I actually left Community Day an hour early and just walked a little closer to home for the remaining hour. I also did so going into today. I did a mid-champ raid before the event started, did some trades, and then began my shiny hunt. Funny story about this particular little guy. If I can pull this up properly, I actually had a funny little glitch. You see that screen there? That is all I saw when trying to catch the darn thing. If you give me a sec, I'll just show you the video clip I recorded. I'll have to pause the stream real quick, but it'll only take a sec. I don't know if I want to interrupt myself because I'm pretty sure I actually talked while doing this, but essentially, I went to go take an AR shot of the shiny Eevee. Yes, I know that was my first mistake. And when I took the shot, the screen turned into this. And I was swapping AR back and forth and was unable to actually fix the bug. So, I could still... You might have been able to saw I was still able to interact with the menus in that. So I decided just to literally take a shot in the dark and try to catch this darn thing. Even though I couldn't see a thing, because I was worried if I closed the game and rebooted it, the Eevee might have despawned by the time I got back to it, and I would have missed out on my first shiny, which I literally saw as I was walking from where I parked to Community Day. So give me a sec to go back to Pokemon Go. So that little miracle was a good omen for how things went the rest of the Community Day. And essentially, though, I forgot to mention that with my trading, I was just trying to trade some routes to get candy while that whole event was going on. And lots of Eevee catching I did. Trying to recall if there was anything remarkable I did besides that. I guess I did a couple raids in the process, like this Absol raid over here and another Alone Raichu raid. I was just really tempted to see if I could solo it, and they did end up doing so. And I still have to sort all these Eevees out and see if there's anything good in the mix. And I did do some evolutions, as you can see as well, because I wasn't quite sure if I actually would get an opportunity to evolve. In fact, I'll probably have to evolve some in the stream, just to ensure I got the time to try to get them all. I was pretty lucky that I was able to get a shiny Jolteon followed by a shiny Vaporeon. I've only done 2, but I have yet to have a repeat. We'll see how lucky that goes. Speaking of luck, though, if I pull up my shiny collection for a sec here. So you may be able to see. Saturday I got 5 shiny Eevees, and dumb luck made me get my second shiny Swablu as well. But I blew my luck from yesterday out of the park. Not only did I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. Wait, I gotta do a double take, because I didn't even realize it was this many. 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 shiny Eevees, including the ones I've already evolved. And this little guy may stand out. So I was just minding my own business, walking and catching Eevees, when my 2-kilometer egg hatched. You may be able to guess my surprise when out of that egg came not a shelter of the purple shell variety, but of the orange shell variety. Yeah, I actually got a shiny hatch on top of the Eevees that I caught today. If that wasn't crazy enough, I pretty much got a shiny Eevee 2, 3 at most Eevee spawns after the hatch. So I had a pretty lucky day out in the field catching in that. I'm trying to remember what I want to go over next, because do I want to talk about the area I walked? Because it's borderline whether if it's too personal for me or not, but I guess I do want to at least bring up the fact that it was busy this weekend. Not necessarily because of Pokemon Go, but there was an actual event run by people who do normal stuff, like an art festival, on the same exact road that our community tends to play Pokemon Go during Community Day on. So on the bright side, they actually had a good chunk of that road blocked off. But on the downside, there was at least quadruple the number of people. And I think between that and the heat, that kind of might have played a factor into killing the joy that I would have had Saturday, because I just wasn't really feeling up to playing Saturday, and I don't know for sure why, but I think social anxiety had something to do with it. But what's strange is there had been just about as many people today, and I did not feel any of that at all. I had a blast playing today, so I'm not sure what was up about that. And that pretty much covers all my community day stuff. I can't help but feel like I'm missing something, which is why I should have took notes, but no, you think that's it. You may see in the corner here, I've been trying to walk an Eevee. I was dumb and thought, oh, if I start walking it, thinking yesterday, if I started walking it now, then it would only get in the way. I could totally walk 10 kilometers in a single day. And nope, I have not gotten to that point. So I am not going to get either an Espeon or an Umbreon with Last Resort. Might have been fun to have Last Resort Umbreon for the novelty, just because Umbreon is one of my favorite Eevee evolutions. And Last Resort on Espeon may actually have been useful for very specific situations. But it doesn't look like I'll be getting either of those. I guess we could play Eevee Lottery a bit more and see if I can get one more evolution. Oh yeah, I guess it's worth knowing that I hatched a Dratini and a Chansey today. Nice stuff, but not anything too remarkable. And there's all these Charmanders because the park that I parked my car at to walk to the community area is apparently a Charmander nest, so it was inevitable that I'd be picking up one or two of them on the way there and back. Just skimming real quick to make sure there wasn't anything that I been missed. But it does not appear to be the case. Just the constant reminder that I have a lot of box cleanup to do. And I'm pretty lucky to live within driving distance to a pretty good area. Like, it's literally a straight line of Pokestops for at least a quarter mile. So it's a wide enough lane where you can just walk all the way down the road, turn around, and by the time you start walking back, the stops refresh. So I was going to say you're rarely ever in a situation, especially when they got that place lured up during community day, where you're missing out on spawns. But then I remembered that I didn't use any incense yesterday, and there was actually a little bit underwhelming. Like, the weather was perfect. It was partly cloudy the entire community day, so I was finding lots of strong Eevees, but they weren't spawning as much as they were today. A little bit of a mystery, which I think, due to the mechanics of this game, I may understand why, but I'm still uncertain. Mostly just trading shinies, legendaries, or new Pokemon, but still, that's a lot of... That is indeed a lot of dust to be burning. But now that I actually hit... when I noticed that I was approaching a million, I was thinking, okay, you're hoarding too much Stardust, it's time to start using it. But then I thought, let's just hit a million just to say that I did it. Now that I actually hit a million, I got no excuse to start using said Stardust. If by next week when I'm podcasting you guys, if that Stardust count is not below a million, feel free to organize an intervention for me. And I got on this huge tangent because I'm just not quite sure which Eevees I should evolve first. Hold on. I was going to show you guys some screenshots that I took during Community Day, but I don't think they're loading. I don't know, it's weird. Ever since I went up to Canada, I noticed with the Pokemon Go app, even after I take the screenshots, I usually have to reboot my phone or the game in order for the screenshots to load. I thought I did that before starting the stream, but that does not appear to be the case. So I'm not sure where they went. Hopefully the game saved them to some degree. Now, let's just start with evolving this horribly low IV Eevee and see what we get. Yeah, we can have music for this. Alrighty. So we're either gonna get a cool Pokemon or one of each Eevee evolution. I can't complain too much either way. And it's another shiny Vaporeon. I don't want to just go evolve all my Eevees trying to get a shiny Flareon, but I would feel bad if I didn't at least get a shiny Flareon to complete the set. So let's just get shiny Flareon done and over with. Okay? Okay. I don't know whether to say big money or no whammy, or all the whammies. Pretty please. Oh, brother. It's another Vaporeon. Whew. How many Eevees does this leave me left? I shouldn't... I caught so many Eevees. How many are we up to total? 10 today, 5 yesterday, that's 15. I think that's the most shinies I've gotten in a single weekend. Granted, 2 days. Still pretty good, but... let's evolve the trash. Come on! RNG, Goddess Anna, you've been so kind to me this weekend. Can I just get the Flareon? So we can be done over with evolving stuff. And it's another Lime Jolteon. Maybe my luck is too good. So let's see. We're up to 3 Vaporeons, 2 Jolteons. So a third of my evolutions have been evolved. And I do want to save some of my Eevees for Umbreon and just to keep as is. Whew. So do I evolve another one? I guess I'm not going to be using this 40 CP Eevee for anything in particular. On one hand, it would suck if this was the one that evolved into Flareon. But on the other hand, I'd be relieved that I don't have to waste any more Eevees that might be possibly useful trying to get the Flareon. And no, I'm very tempted to just stop here and hope a friend got a shiny Flareon and just trade with them. I mean, I got the Stardust to do the trading. This guy's bad, right? He's pretty high CP though. This is gonna just put all of them in the mix, not just the Eevees, but you, Mr. Art, are apparently my next worst Eevee. Let's just do this. Come on, game. Thank you for like quarter dozen Jolteons and Vaporeons, but it'd be nice to just get that Flareon now. I'm sorry I ever said that Flareon's shiny sucks. Oh man. Not sure if you heard that in the audio in the background, but that was a cry of Vaporeon. Yep. So, we are up to 5 shiny Vaporeons, 2 shiny Jolteons, 0 shiny Flareons, and 8 Eevees left. Do I evolve another one of these suckers? And pray to Anna, the RNG goddess, that I don't get a Flareon. Jeez, this is becoming worse than Fire Emblem Hero drawing. Ooh. You know what would have been nice, Niantic, if you introduced a certain mechanic that would allow us to just pick what Eevee we evolve? Maybe use an item that we have to find in order to do said evolution. That way there's an actual cost to being able to choose, and we're just not getting a freebie. Evolution items. Excuse me. Well, I'm not evolving Whiteout. Whiteout works better as a shiny Eevee. This super high combat power one is called bad, so I assume it doesn't have good IV. Excuse me. Hopefully that didn't pick up too loudly on the stream, but I've been holding that one in for a while. Do I evolve another one? Or do I not evolve another one? Oh, that is the question. I'm sorry I said Flareon sucks. I do like Flareon. But you gotta admit it's shinier than that. Great, but I mean, I can still tell it's a shiny because the 3 stars next to Pokemon's icon, so don't worry, I can accept the fact. I can accept getting a shiny Flareon, just give it to me, game. I really regret pressing that button already. In case you couldn't tell, that was not Flareon's cry. That was a very, very familiar cry. Okay, so you know, I am down to 7 shiny Eevees. That's almost half of all the Eevees I caught between the 2 days of Community Day. And 2 of those Eevees are going to become Umbreon and Espeon respectfully. So I say we're done. I say I should have stopped 1 or 2 Eevees ago. I am going to have to trade for that dumb Flareon shiny. And no one's going to be happy about that. I may be able to suck up the cost of the Stardust to trade a shiny, but I know any respectful partner that I have with trading a shiny Flareon is not going to be happy about the Stardust that's involved in the trade. Too many Vaporeons. Too many Vaporeons. And actually, do I just evolve my shiny shoulder now? I'll keep it that way for a night. I gotta double check. I think I'll just double check what shiny Cloyster looks like. And if it still looks fine, I'll evolve it. Otherwise, I can just keep it as is with no regret. Maybe I can just... Can I just take a minute to boast about my shiny collection? Because I've been so graced I have to admit, I do pretty darn well with community days. I actually got shiny Zapdos from that raid train. Wasn't unfortunately that lucky with Articuno Day, but very few people were. Can we talk about the fact that I have a shiny Sunglasses Blastoise? It would have been cooler to keep it a Squirtle, but it was my best IV out of all the shiny Squirtles that I caught. I noticed something during Community Day. For some reason, it's pretty darn hard to actually get a good IV shiny, but I guess that's in general, just with the fact that they're so rare to begin with. And so, and there's definitely a lot more Pokemon out there that have a 75% tile in their total IVs or lower compared to those that have 75% IVs or higher. So I guess it makes statistical sense that more Pokemon that are shiny would be bad than great or amazing. Was Velvet really my first shiny in general? Oh, yeah. Because he came out with the Halloween event, and I guess she was. I'll have to remember to tell the story behind this gal another day. But I'm so happy that not only did I actually get it during the Halloween event, it is really good. Too bad that Duskull and his family line doesn't really have too much use. But still pretty lucky to get a shiny that's that useful. I may actually use it against psychic types when Gen 4 rolls around and I can actually fully evolve it. The final evolution is at least decent. And I probably would... I think I did get more shiny Pikachus and Dratinis. But that was before I actually started hoarding Community Day Pokemon, and I may have actually went through and released some of those shinies. Meanwhile, with Bulbasaur and beyond, I hoard my shiny Pokemon. And you know, it's not so bad that I did, because maybe someday that shiny Bulbasaur or that shiny Squirtle will be something the one person that I want to trade for a Kangaskhan actually needs. And we can do a fair and equal exchange. Well, that'll do it for the stream. It's 9 o'clock. Feels like I've just been rambling the past... I wouldn't say half hour, but maybe the past 20 minutes or so. But point being, I've been rambling, and I got other things to do, because I gotta go to work tomorrow, but I was planning on going to bed within the next hour. Thank you all for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, I do these streams every weekend. I think Sunday evenings actually would be a good time to do the sword chat if I can just start the stream up a little earlier. So maybe next week we'll do it at like 7 o'clock or so. I had to do it at 8 because I was only just getting home at 7. But ideally it would be nice to start earlier so I can end earlier, or at least have a longer stream without guilt. This will be up on YouTube later on, though if you're a fan of watching on Twitch, the VOD will be up there as well. I'll eventually work on trying to set up an audio site. I do have Podbean, but I'm not sure if that would be useful with how frequently I'm doing this stuff now. Like, it'd be nice to invest into a server and that, but that's a whole nother story that I'm not sure if I'm ready to talk about. If you follow me on Twitch, you'll know when I go live with this and other gaming streams. I've been doing mobile stuff for now, but maybe someday I'll actually branch out into other games. There are other games I want to do, it's just a matter of finding the time to do them. This stuff just seems a little bit easier to like pause the stream if I need to and stuff like that. Oh yeah, one last thing, social media. You can follow me at JackitStuff on Twitter. I'm most active on there, so if I figure out what time I want to actually stream, you're most likely to get an advance notice on there. And I pretty much post, on top of just sharing everything I like on Twitter there, I post updates on all the videos and streaming and art stuff, cosplay picture stuff that I do, all on that one platform. Maybe someday I'll have something a little bit more organized than a Twitter feed, but it's at least something. Otherwise, if you don't have Twitter, you can just follow me on Twitch and you should get an email notification when I go live. That works too. All that said, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you around. Take care.